If you have always wanted to live in the city fringe location of Singapore with a low-cost hawker center just within walking distance of your estate, then you will need to watch this video because I will help you analyze the Kallang/Whampoa BTO at Owen Road for the November 2021 BTO exercise this time round so that you don't have to. Hey guys, welcome back to Honey Money SG, and in this channel we are all about building financial knowledge, share money saving hacks, and also help you lead a fulfilling quality of life. So welcome back, brand new season of the BTO analysis, and if this is not the first time that you are seeing me for BTO videos, hello again. Alright, as usual, we'll go through two very important sources of data. Number one, HDB source of website. That is where the BTO information is displayed. At this point in time, for the pre-analysis, we definitely don't have a lot of information, but we'll just make do with what we have. And number two is the Google Maps. As long as we know the location, at least we can go and analyze the surroundings in terms of the amenities and the neighborhood to see what it offers and whether you really want to apply for that location. And if you have came here after you watched my official analysis video, then welcome, because I will take you through the location analysis that is not discussed in my official analysis video launched in November. So with all that said, let's go on to the sources of data. Let's go. Alright, welcome to the Housing Development Board BTO exercise for November 2021. This time round, we are at Kallang Whampoa BTO. Now you see we have the flat types and number of units as such: 2-room Flexi and 4-room. Total units of 430 units. Okay, so we don't have any 3-room flats or 5-room flats for Kallang/Whampoa this time round, and this time we are situated at Owen Road. Okay, Owen Road nearest MRT is at Fairprice MRT station, and the nearest expressway is at Central Expressway. Now you see we are just right smack next to the Central Expressway, right? So for people who have concerns about the traffic, especially the noise and the dust, then I highly recommend you not to select units that are facing the expressway. And looking at the site map, you can see that Owen Road is the quiet section away from the hustle and bustle, because the main road is at Serangoon Road, right? If you have been to the Little India Fairpark area, you'll know that there's a lot of activities going on, especially along Serangoon Road. A lot of small mom and pop shops, a lot of culture, and you have the most famous Mustafa Mall, right? Mustafa Center right at Fairpark MRT. Now you also have City Square Mall, which is a really nice mall with movie theaters, supermarket, lots of restaurants and fast food options. So it's a really nice place to hang out if you want to bring your family there to just have a show, window shopping, and then have some F&B options. And of course, Serangoon being a culturally strong area, you have a lot of religious places, right? We have Chinese temples, we have Hindu temples, we have mosques. So a lot of religious stuff around the Fairpark MRT station. Now for healthcare, you will be delighted that there is a Fairpark Hospital. Now this is a private hospital, so it's really convenient just right above the Fairpark MRT. And then over here they have the Pekyo Community Center and also the nearest primary school being Fairpark Primary School. Now I'm surprised why they didn't highlight the hawker center here, because that's one of the most important things when we are selecting a HDB unit, right? We want to be close to low cost food options because we don't eat at restaurants every day for normal Singaporeans and PRs. But you can see that it's really quite a distant walk from Owen Road, right? This is almost like a 600 meters to 800 meters walk to the Fairpark MRT station. And Fairpark MRT station, if you don't know, they have almost like 8 or 9 exits, the most number of exits of any MRT station. So really it's quite confusing at the area, but later we will look at the Google Maps and see how it plans out. But just across the expressway, the Central Expressway, we have St. Joseph's Institution Junior just right along Moulmein Road. And then over here, that's the Novena MRT station area. We have 3 shopping malls: Velocity, Square 2, and United Square over here. And then the very famous Tan Tock Seng Public Hospital, if you prefer a public hospital. And of course, NCID. I'm sure you all know what it is for. For the rest of the amenities, nothing much to talk about. Later we'll cover them in the Google Map analysis, right? Oh, and also another public hospital, which is KK Women's and Children Hospital. That's where many of the Singaporean moms actually give birth there. So you see, you have 2 public hospitals nearby your estate. of Owen Road, and you also have Farrer Park Hospital just right above Farrer Park MRT. So healthcare facility definitely well within your vicinity. And other than that, there's really not much amenities to talk about because most of the stuff are happening in the central area, which we are quite far from it unless you take an MRT or a bus ride. So we'll cover that in the Google Maps later. And let's take a look at the application rate of the past BTO projects. Let's start with 2-room Flexi. For 2-room Flexi, we have McNair Heights back in our February launch, right? If you look at the first timer application rate, there's only elderly, because only elderly are eligible to apply for 2-room Flexi flats in the mature estate area. So McNair Heights, which is under the Kallang Whampoa BTO estate, that is considered a mature estate. So we cannot have all the singles above age 35 applying for McNair Heights. And that will be the same for this time round because they can only apply for 2-room Flexi flats in the non-mature estates. And that's why they have a high application rate of 4.2 for the elderly. And that's quite normal of mature estates, right? Because many people want to live in the city fringe area. If we look at the 4-room, it's even more ridiculous for the application rates. We have 2 projects here, Towner Residences, which is the most recent August BTO launch. And if you look at the first timer rate, it's at 6.2. Okay, and McNair Heights in February was 5.4. So at least 5 people, 5 other applications are competing with your application for 1 unit, right? So you have like 20% chance of getting a queue number or unit. So really, competition is really tough at mature estates, especially in Kallang Whampoa area, because everybody wants to stay in the central region, right? But of course, you have to weigh in your odds and see if this BTO site is good for you, because mature estates also mean the price is really going to be high, right? You cannot expect the best of everything. You want cheaper, better, faster. You cannot have all of it. Alright, so let's take a look at the Google map and see how it is. So that's Owen Road. Owen Road is this road leading all the way to the main road, which is Tessenshorn Road and Serangoon Road subsequently, right? So Farrer Park MRT is here. It's really a long walk. You can see here. It's like a 600 to 800 meters. If you want to walk by foot, I think at least you need to take 10 minutes at least, okay? More reasonable, 15 minutes. So most likely you will need to take a bus, okay? And even if you take a bus, it's not like 2 bus stops, you know? It's like at least 3 bus stops to reach Farrer Park MRT. But if we take a look at the bus services, we have both 131 and 141 servicing this road. And these 2 buses will lead you to the Balestier or Novena area, as well as to the city area, right? Like Bugis, Lavender, depending on where you want to alight. Okay, and the most important amenity is the market and food center. And of course, some neighborhood shops around that vicinity. Okay, and why market and food center is very important? Because they serve really low cost food options like $3 to $4 Singapore dollars. You can get a decent meal out of it. And most importantly, we have supermarket that you can do your grocery shopping at. Okay, nice supermarket. This is more likely like a mini mart, but they call it supermarket. The more important one is Fairprice, right? Because Fairprice, as you know, is a really famous Singapore brand that serves groceries. And you have a lot of small eateries here. Most likely they are in coffee shops. And with these small neighborhood shops, you definitely have your small services like barber, hairdresser, laundry, tuition centers maybe. I don't know. I never live in that area. So if you want to do like a recce tour, do go and look at what is along this Owen Road neighborhood and see if that's suitable for you. Okay, and interestingly, right now it's a mini running track. You see, your BTO site is a green patch of land and it's now serving a running track. And see how it looks like right now? It is just really a running track. Okay, temporary use of recreation until notice of future development plans, and that's for HDB. Okay, you're going to take away this running track from all the residents, huh? Yeah, so that's your BTO flat building on a patch of running track. For all the other amenities, I cover it in my site map already, so there's really nothing much that I can talk about this. If you want to cross over the other side of Central Expressway, you have this overhead bridge that you can use just right outside your BTO unit as well. So let's say you want to go to the Balestier area or you want to go to the Moment area. Okay, Balestier area is over here, Moment area is over here. And then over here, you have your 3 shopping malls, United Square, Novena, Velocity, and Square 2. And of course, Tan Tock Seng Hospital and NCID. Okay, and then we have Farrer Park Primary School, which I covered just now, just within walking distance. And that will be the nearest primary school for your kid if you want to send them to this school. And of course, a lot of small eateries along Balestier Road and Rangoon Road. Okay, not necessarily Indian cuisines. We also have a lot of Chinese cuisines and maybe some mamak stores that sell Indian Muslim food as well. So I think that's about it for this Kallang Whampoa BTO. I think it's really good for people who want to stay in the city fringe, but they need to take note of this noise coming from CTE, right? Definitely you don't want to choose units facing this site because you have a lot of noise and dust from the moving vehicles. So try to select units that are maybe facing the southwest direction, because over here is most likely a low rising flat, right? Because of the Pekyo Market and Food Center. And you most likely won't need to see your neighboring condominiums because they are all here, Cityscape and this Suites condominium. So if you want to have an unblocked view, definitely need to see the official map analysis and see where the units are facing. Okay, so if you have enjoyed my little analysis of the Google Map and HDB, then help me comment a thank you in the comment section. I'll greatly appreciate it, and let's get back to the video. Alright, so I hope that little map analysis of the Google Map and HDB website has helped you to gain a little bit of knowledge about it. And here is my price estimate for this Kallang/Whampoa BTO launch for November 2021. As a guidance, I will be taking reference from the McNair Heights BTO prices earlier in my February BTO launch. So for 2-room flats, I will be forecasting a price range between 130,000 to 200,000 for the 2-room Flexi flats. And for 4-room flats, it will be between the range of 550,000 to 700,000 Singapore dollars. Of course, all these are just price forecasts and we have to wait for the official BTO prices launch in November. And let's have a name guess for fun. This time round, it is in Owen Road, so I'm guessing it will be called Owen Heights and Owen Residences. So let's see how close am I when the official name has launched. Alright, so I hope all this BTO analysis has helped you in planning for your BTO application. And please remember to help me like this video at the bottom. It just takes 1 second for you to do it. And consider subscribing to my channel if you have found my BTO and Singapore property content useful. Also do join us over at the Honey Money Telegram community group right here at this link. My name is Christopher. This is Honey Money SG, steering young adults to financial independence.